Hello world and hello friends, welcome back to another episode of Minecraft. As I mentioned in the last episode, this is going to change. The whole town hall, everything inside of it is going to be completely different, but that's not going to be for this episode because I need to do a little bit of prep work. In this episode, I'm going to get all of the villagers out of there, possibly put them in under the buildings they'll go under. I do say possibly. Not sure how many distractions I'm going to have, but I do want to get this building fully cleaned out because in the creative world, I am working on the insides of a brand new version of this, and let me tell you, it's looking good, and I'm excited. But the main thing that I have been working on and that I'm going to start with is creating a brand new place for the villagers to breed and to get changed into zombies. So that is what I have started here. I've just really been wanting to use bamboo for something, and with creating the new town hall, I'm not really using bamboo much, so I wanted to use bamboo, and here we are. But yep, here we are, a breeding chamber for the villagers. I currently don't have access to feed them. I'll worry about that later. And over there will be a zombie chamber. Now, as you notice, it turns, and I will have some storage space for villagers in minecarts all in this blank space. And then somehow send them off to where they need to go. Yeah, still working on that part, but this is the start. Let's go ahead and build that storage area for all of the minecarts. And there we go. We have all of our minecart storage. I've even brought in the zombie that's just been chilling out up there, and even two of the villagers. So now, whenever I'm ready for baby villagers to move, I can push the button. The minecart will be stopped right there, where I can then have the zombie whack him. And I put the lever there so I can hide away, so the zombie won't see me. We'll whack the villager. I can shut the door, send the... Well, that's not going to happen when there's a villager in it. Oh boy. I I did not think about that. Um, let's get this guy back in there. This is a little tricky. Do I have rails on me? Hopefully that's enough. I mean, I guess this is a test of the system, just not exactly the test I was wanting to test. Well, and yeah, and then once there's a villager here, I can just push that to send the villager, and all of the minecarts will shift forward. And these are hopefully spaced close enough that weakness potions can hit more than one. But yeah, we will just have to see. Uh, Thankfully I gave this guy not a super good sword, but still a good enough sword that I'm sure it will hurt. Let's see. F3B. There we go. Back in its spot. Alright, that was easy. So, note to future self, never push that button without a villager. That being said, I do have a chest for the minecarts, and then this chest will eventually be filled with iron, and this will be blocked off, so this can craft more minecarts whenever I do need it. So that's a fun little system I did have before. I have it now. But yeah, let's go ahead and let's start getting some of the rest of the villagers moved on over here. And if I haven't converted them, now is going to be the time where I will go ahead and convert them just to have the best trades possible. So yeah, let's get to it. And now the entirety of the town hall has been cleared of villagers. I mean, besides the iron farm, I haven't decided if I'm keeping that there or if I am moving it, so it stays for now. But other than that, every single villager has been removed from here. I still haven't cleaned up the rail tracks. Nope, case in point. And that's okay, because I will get to that in just a moment. But first, you get to see all of the storage of my villagers for right now. Yeah, they're just here. I don't really have places for them to go. But this whole system worked like a charm. There was a few times that I did forget to make sure villagers were in the right place, so I actually had to fishing rod some backwards, and that worked surprisingly well. But other than that, this is a wonderful setup. I'm very happy to have it, and as you can see, I did add my brewing stand setup. Ooh, and I did get a villager to come down. Yeah, I'm just storing carrots in there. I might do something more with that, but not right now. Right now, I just have all of these villagers here, and I think I'll start prepping some of the areas, because I have already prepped this area. This area just a little bit. I think this is the height I'm going to stick with. I have no idea the orientation yet. I've put like zero thought into here, and that's okay for right now. But this is ready to go, and I think let's go ahead and before I actually move all of these villagers, I need to get the areas ready. So I'm going to clear the space out in the library, and I think I need to clear some space over this way and even this way. I've been saying I wasn't sure what to do with this, but I have growing stuff right next to it. So let's put all of the villagers with their composters, all of the farmer villagers, down this way. You know, when I think of things as I say it, oh my gosh. This I did not realize this was this aged. ADHD mom. Yeah, I'm gonna move villagers, but first I'm just going to admire all of these being so close to being fully aged. Yeah. Sweet. Yeah. Yeah, let's move villagers again. Yeah. Yay, fun times. And now up here I have a nice flat space. I don't know where the villagers are going to end up. I, I haven't gotten to the design here, but it is time to put the villagers in this space. And yeah, nice and simple. These guys are just going to be living here now, mainly so that they are out of this downstairs area. Is this even downstairs? I mean, it's down slabs, but that's not the point. So now I gotta keep doing these guys. And the next one that I want to do doesn't really remove that many guys, because I want to do the stonemasons, which I only have two of. But don't worry, I will eventually get more of these guys, because they do trade only certain types of glazed terracotta, and I do want to have a lot of them available for me, because that's just going to make things a lot easier to do. So for the stonecutters, they are going to be down behind me, quite a ways actually, and I'm not entirely sure yet how I want this tunnel to be, so I think I just gotta do it and make the tunnel. Now, this is probably not going to be the final state. As you can see, I don't think there's any point in having a staircase and a hallway, but I think the hallway is going to stay and the staircase might move. Maybe just over a little bit. I'm not too worried. But down here, it's still a staircase in the way. It's just a tunnel, nothing too crazy. But I have taken the liberty of kind of shaping out how I want this main wall to be and how I want the offshoot into the stone cutter area. Now, I will say this pretty much maps out the majority of the floor of this room. I think it's from that corner there all the way over to this corner and then across. And yeah, not the exact footprint, but it doesn't have to be. And honestly, this footprint will probably change based off of what design I want to make and how many villagers I actually need to get all of the stonecutters possible. They're staring at me, aren't they? Anyway, this is pretty cool to have a tunnel here finally. And now as I'm looking at the rest of these villagers, I don't really have an above ground home for them. So I don't really know where to put them below ground. So they might just hang tight here for right now. But I think what that means is I need to figure out what to do next. That's not a crazy big project. Maybe it's to end this episode. I don't know. I need to edit all of these clips together. I've had a little bit of fun with them. It's raining outside, so I won't go outside. I have figured out what I can do here, and it's been something that I have been slowly prepping for over time. You see all this blue on me? Not my shirt, my armor. I think it's time for this not to be blue anymore. As I said, I have been prepping this over time, and I do have a lot of netherite scrap. And in fact, I think I even have one more in there to get 11 pieces, which, I mean, I don't think I need that much. But let's go ahead and let's get some netherite with my tools and with my armor. Let's see what we can upgrade with my 11 scrap. I have completely forgotten that duplicating templates takes a lot of diamonds, so I need to break some. And here we go. These are the 11 items I have decided. Well, it's actually only 10. But I do want to save one because I just don't know. Because that Nautilus armor, spear, and horse armor as well. Not sure if I want to upgrade those. It'll show it in a moment, maybe. Maybe it'll show it? No, it just shows the Nautilus. Interesting. And for another achievement. Let's go. Double purple achievement today. And here we are, fully equipped in netherite. But that's not going to be all that I do today. Because there's a little bit more I can do with armor, isn't there? And that is, yet again, another thing that I've been slowly accumulating. I have gotten one of every single armor trim, except for Silence and Ward, which is in the Deep Dark. I've been waiting to make a video for that, and I just haven't yet. And I have just about every single sherd, except for one. I forget where that is. But I have done some research. I have looked at what armor trims I like, and I do like the silence trim. It's unfortunate. I like the silence trim. I just don't have it, so I'm not going to use it. What I have landed on though, and of course you don't have to like this, is bolt, flow, rib, and dune. And all of these I have decided to actually do as resin, which I think is these, right? I think so. So let's take this off. And with one more advancement for the day, I am fully trimmed out in armor. Now, I'm not going to be wearing armor the whole time, of course. I'll still be wearing my elytra, and I am still pretty happy with how this looks. It does match with my cape quite well, and also, well, that hides it. And also, I do like the back of this one, even though nobody's going to see the back. I play this alone. I like it. I'm happy with it. Oh, let me get my pancake back on. Much better. Yeah, the pancake is kind of the inspiration for this color sequence. And yeah, I'm happy with it. Now I'm fancy, and it is amazing. And don't worry, eventually I will get some backup gear. I will upgrade the rest of these items, but at the very least, the color coding kind of helps me figure out which ones I care for in the moment. I also will need to get some more diamonds, because I will need to get some more trims duplicated. Preferably I would like to have like 3 or 4, and I will need to actually duplicate the ones that I just used. Other than that, I'm enjoying the trims, and I hope you enjoy them too. As I was editing this video, I realized that when I got distracted by how oxidized everything was, I forgot about a comment I made about moving the farmer villagers to not here. And as you can see, I have followed up with that. The farmer villagers are no longer here, and now they have a brand new home over this way. If you remember from before, I had a little passageway here to get to the basement of my greenhouse, but now I have just made it be this hallway to get to all of the villagers that are farmers, and then over this way is the greenhouse basement. Now, this is definitely not going to be the final room dimensions. I'm actually restricted over here by my path from above, so I really can't go any further. And actually, you know what? Let me keep that down there, just so I remember. But I can't really go any higher, so whatever I need to do for a ceiling will either have to be on this height, or I just push that wall back a little bit, and that likely will be what I end up doing. Now, if you remember over here before, I actually had some small contraptions to create more greens, and I have actually relocated those to other bays beside it. So here is the firefly bush. On the opposite side of this is just the regular bush, and honestly, that makes a lot more sense than going down a little walkway and a room with all 3 contraptions. And speaking of 3, the third one is over this way. I feel like there might be a better way to spruce this up, but I'm not too worried about it. But here I can always just put down all of the ferns, and I think even grasses would work from here to get 2 tall grasses and ferns. So yeah, that introduction of these 3 things makes so much sense. I don't know why I didn't think of it before, but I am very happy that I came across it, because it fits. It really fits, and I'm happy about it. Just like I'm really happy with my trim, it's been growing on me more and more and more, which is crazy because I spent time figuring this out, and I've just been liking this more and more the longer I've had it. And now with all the farmer villagers put in the room, all of the librarians put in a room, and the 2 stonecutters put in a room, I am pretty happy with my progress in this episode. I still have a lot more to figure out, a lot more villagers to place, but that is going to be done at a future time, because next episode is going to be a big one. It is going to be completely redoing the town hall behind me, and I've realized I haven't really figured out how it connects to this basement. But I don't think that's going to be too hard. I think I already have an idea. Regardless, though, all of this is going to be new in next episode. Some outside is going to change. It actually is going to make a few improvements that I have been just not circling back to. But inside is going to be a lot different. It is going to be my storage space, which I think I told you. I've been working on a storage system. I'm happy with it. It's a lot of fun, and I am looking forward to sharing it with you and being able to use it as well. It's going to be a lot of work, but I'm excited to do it. So, without any further ado, thank you all for watching. If you want to see more, go ahead and subscribe so you can see my next episodes. I'm pretty happy that this one came out pretty quickly instead of it being like a month. Yay. Hopefully I can keep this trend up. But until next episode, hopefully it will be pretty soon. Be good to yourself, be good to each other, and be good to the world. I will see you next time, and I'm very excited. So, for this episode, this has been Radio, and I am signing off.